Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this very special event. Would you please remain standing for the presentation of our flag and remain standing for the singing of our Star-Spangled Banner, which will be led by Catherine Murray.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, and please be seated. Well, good afternoon again. I'm Paul Ferguson, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, and I am just delighted to welcome you to the Spring 2011 Commencement Ceremony for the Graduate School, the School of Pharmacy, and the School of Engineering. Last evening, the university conferred degrees on graduates of the Graduate School, the School of Business, and the School of Nursing. This morning, the university conferred degrees on graduates of the Graduate School and the School of Education. And this afternoon, undergraduate degrees were conferred from the College of Arts and Sciences. In early June, dental school candidates will receive their degrees from the School of Dental Medicine. Right now, I'm very pleased to introduce to you some of the members of the Platform Party who are with us to extend their congratulations to our graduates. Other members of the Platform Party will be introduced during the ceremony. Please hold your applause until the introductions are completed. Bev George, President of the Siue Alumni Association Board of Directors. Brandon Ron, the Siue Student Body President. Larry LaFond, Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Narbeth Emanuel, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Mark Grintner, Assistant Professor in Construction, School of Engineering. John Pettibone, Faculty Senate President. Regina McBride, Dean of Library and Information Services. Ken Neer, Vice Chancellor for Administration. Patrick Hundley, Vice Chancellor for University Relations. Michael Pulley, President of the Siue Staff Senate. And a special guest today, Rector Mohammed Shaheen from Istanbul Technical Institution. Please applaud and welcome them. Thank you. Please be seated. In 2007, the Siue School of Engineering entered into a dual diploma program with Istanbul Technical University, ITU, in Istanbul, Turkey. This is one of the premier institutions in Turkey, and we are so proud to have the relationship that we have developed over the last several years. Today, we will confer degrees on the first 4 students to complete that program. We are so happy to welcome Rector of ITU, Dr. Mohammed Shaheen, to the platform, and as well, we recommend other faculty and staff from ITU as well. And many family members have joined their students here today. They have come a long way to join us, and we are so pleased to have them join us in our midst. Would the faculty and family and friends of our graduating students from ITU, please stand and let us welcome you to our graduation ceremony. Thank you. Thank you very much. In the front rows are seated members of the faculty and staff, and it is through the work of these individuals in designing and executing the curricula of the university that our students have been able to succeed so much and achieve their educational goals. Would the faculty and staff please stand and let us thank them for the wonderful work they've done for our students. Would you please stand and let us thank you. Thank you so much. You may be seated. It is now my honor and pleasure to introduce the Chancellor of Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, Dr. Vandegrift. As SIUE's 7th Chancellor, Dr. Vandegrift has been instrumental in guiding the university towards fulfillment of its vision to be recognized nationally as a premier metropolitan university for the excellence of its programs and development of professional and community leaders. He has instituted a plan for achievement of the vision by the year 2015 that incorporates the values and long-term strategic goals of the university. Under his leadership, SIUE has been recognized as one of 68 up-and-coming schools in U.S. News & World Report's Best Colleges of 2011. SIUE has also been recognized for 6 consecutive years by U.S. News and the American Association of Colleges and Universities for its Senior Assignment Program. Since 2004, SIUE has steadily increased enrollment, having achieved a record enrollment of more than 14,000 students this fall, has completed $140 million of a planned $250 million construction and infrastructure program, and is reclassifying to NCAA Division I athletics. The Chancellor represents the university in a number of community roles in serving as a member of St. Louis Civic Progress, the Regional Chamber and Growth Association, and the Leadership Council of Southwestern Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chancellor Vandegrift to the podium tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Ferguson. Good evening, and welcome to SIUE Spring 2011 Commencement. I am pleased to join our faculty, staff, and guests in officially congratulating our graduates on the completion of their degree programs. Graduates, today's commencement is a formal academic celebration conducted in your honor. Most of you began your university careers as SIUE as freshmen or in our professional schools, while some of you transferred from other colleges and universities. Regardless of the path you took to get here, your presence has enriched the university because you came from differing backgrounds with unique experiences. At the end of these commencement exercises, you will all share alumni status with 90,000 of your fellow Cougars. While you should be proud of your accomplishments, you should also recognize that you have not succeeded by yourselves. During the last 4 or 5 or 6 difficult years, you have received support from many people, and they should be proud as well. These include your immediate family members, parents, guardians, grandparents, spouses, siblings, and children. I would like now for the graduates to recognize those people who've supported them. Parents, guardians, grandparents, spouses, siblings, please stand up and be recognized by those graduating. Graduates, you have also been helped by friends and other relatives, mentors, and advisors, and I would like you also to recognize them. So would other relatives, mentors, and friends please stand and be recognized by the graduates. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize any in the arena who are SIUE alumni. If you are one of our SIUE alumni, would you please stand? Thank you. Well, graduates, you've made it. And not only have you excelled while meeting the challenge of completing a college degree or a professional degree, you have done so during a period of incredible change and challenge, both here at SIU and beyond. As I'm sure you have learned, a tremendous amount can happen in a relatively short period of time, and the effects can be life-changing. Each of you has witnessed historically unprecedented world events during your few years here at the university. I think in particular of the election of our nation's first African-American president in 2008, the earthquakes of Haiti and Japan, the economic recession that has gripped America and the world, and of course, last week's significant milepost in the war on terror, the death of Osama bin Laden. These are events that have impacted on us all, and it seems that they have only all just occurred and that you have only just arrived here to begin your studies. Yes, time and history do march on. Closer to home and within the same short time frame, we have been making our own history right here at SIUE. As mentioned, our enrollment has increased dramatically in recent years to record levels, and as a result, with this weekend's commencement ceremonies, we will honor a record number of graduates. SIUE has also grown in reputation and national recognition, as well as through the addition of key facilities and programming. You have been on campus to witness our designation by U.S. News & World Report for 2 consecutive years as one of only 68 up-and-coming universities in the nation, known for our, quote, promising and innovative changes in the areas of academics, faculty, and student life. The university is now also listed by Washington Monthly, a national political magazine, as one of the top 50 master's granting colleges and universities in the United States in the areas of social mobility, research, and service. And while we will never become complacent about the well-being of our students, we are proud to now be recognized as the 21st safest campus in the United States of America out of the 458 with 6,000 or more students. I think you may applaud those accomplishments. Thank you. SIUE's national recognition has also resulted from some dramatic additions to the university's footprint. During your time on campus, we have added the Student Success Center, consolidating student support services in order to provide enhanced student support. We have also begun construction of the new Science Building complex. This project will serve to promote SIUE to the next level in health science programming and will allow for expansion in curricula. Along with this, we are adding to the Art and Design Building, the Engineering Building, and this facility, the Vidal Center. In addition, a 380-acre nature preserve has now been designated on our campus, protected from development for many years to come, in order to provide opportunities for faculty and student research. And you have all been part of SIUE's current transition to Division I athletics, also calling for facility upgrades, and along with these other achievements, leading to a resurgence of Cougar pride. Many would be tired, but instead, we are energized. The time you have invested here has altered the university's history as well as your own. Now it's up to you to pursue your life's goals with the knowledge that you have invested your resources wisely and you are positioned to significantly affect the future. Individuals can alter the course of humanity. You do have that power. Yet the current economic downturn may have a number of you wondering about the challenges of finding success in difficult times. But what I would say to you is you can never entirely predict what opportunities lay just ahead or even years down the road. What you can be sure of is that the key to your success and ultimate well-being, those keys are directly linked to the passion with which you pursue them. Dr. Howard Thurman, American author, philosopher, theologian, educator, and civil rights leader said, quote, "Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and then go and do that, because what the world needs is people who have come alive." Perhaps Wilbur Wright, brother to Orville and co-creator of the first man-powered aircraft, summed up passion's power and effect when he said simply, quote, "We could hardly wait to get up in the morning." Graduates, as you advance the next phase of your lives, we hope you can hardly wait to get up in the morning, ready to combine persistence and passion with the important lessons you've gained as students at SIUE. Remember the university's values of citizenship, excellence, integrity, openness, and wisdom, and incorporate them into your life's journey. The value of citizenship calls for giving back to your communities a portion of what you've been given. The value of excellence demands continuous improvement and a commitment to high standards. The value of integrity: there is no shortcut around accountability and honesty in communications and actions. The value of openness welcomes the rich diversity of humankind and calls for respect for individual differences. And finally, the value of wisdom. Perhaps the best manifestation of a commitment to wisdom is to engage in lifelong learning, a pursuit in which your alma mater is well prepared to assist. Graduates, we are confident that you have the skills to succeed and to significantly contribute to the greater good. As you now begin anew, be sure to remain in contact with the university and take advantage of the many support services available to you. These include the Career Development Center, where you'll find a variety of useful resources to assist in your career path; the Alumni Association, a link to your fellow graduates that provides extremely valuable networking opportunities; and graduate and continuing education courses to enhance your knowledge. Soon to be alumni, as you prepare for the next stage of your lives, you can help to not only develop yourselves and your potential, you can also assist to develop others to succeed, as you have been helped by the taxpayers of Illinois. Public higher education is receiving a diminishing portion of national and state income, and we must all work to inspire support for public higher education. In this, we ask for your help, and in return, we commit to ensuring the value of your SIUE degree from this day forward. Graduates, we congratulate you and send you off with this imperative: go and do well. Respect those who have come before you. Pursue your life's ambitions and enable others in the pursuit of their own. Be bold, be achievers, and always be a cougar. Thank you. Mrs. Dolores Rohrcasty, will you please join me at the podium? Last evening, during the 6:30 p.m. ceremony, Dolores H. Rohrcasty was presented with the Distinguished Service Award from SIUE. I should say that yesterday, she also celebrated her 88th birthday. Dolores Rohrcasty has devoted her time and energies to SIUE for more than 50 years, beginning before ground was broken for its development. As the first woman president of the Edwardsville Chamber of Commerce, Mrs. Rohrcasty was instrumental in organizing a committee of 12 members in 1953 that proposed the creation of our university. Despite receiving letters during this time that said things like, quote, "Why don't you stay home and take care of your kids?" Dolores chaired the bond rally to raise funds to purchase land and construct buildings, and was one of 8 individuals to break ground for the first facility in 1963. She even attended SIUE's first class that was held in the Edwardsville Junior High School. An experienced businesswoman, Mrs. Rohrcasty and her husband Bill owned a dairy farm in Edwardsville, and she continues to own a real estate appraisal office in Clayton, from which she retired in 2003. She served as the first chairman of the Hospital District Committee, bringing Anderson Hospital to nearby Maryville, Illinois, chaired a committee to buy land behind Main Street to allow for additional parking to encourage downtown Edwardsville growth and development, and served on the Bi-State Advisory Board for the Great River Road leading from Alton to Grafton, Illinois. She is among the founders of both the Edwardsville Business and Professional Women's Organization and the Edwardsville League of Women Voters, and has been active in the Friends of LeClaire. In recognition of her contributions, Mrs. Rohrkasty received the Outstanding Citizen of Edwardsville Award in 1959 and was appointed in 1966 to the Governor's Commission on the Status of Women. So why did it take us so long, right, Dolores? Currently, Dolores is a member of the Greater Edwardsville Area Community Foundation and the Main Street Community Center. Dolores continues to support SIUE as a member of the Friends of Lovejoy Library Advisory Board, the Meridian Society, and through involvement with the SIUE Foundation. In all of this, however, Dolores says her most important achievements are her children, Billy, Randy Lynn, Linda, Reed, Patrick, and Tommy, and her grandchildren, Zachary, Billy, Christine, John, Kevin, and Stephanie. Dolores, it is a special honor to have you as our speaker for this commencement ceremony. Audience, please join me in welcoming Dolores Rohrkasty to the podium. Congratulations, and break a leg.
I think it'll be fine. Thank you, Chancellor Vandegrift. Mrs. Vandegrift, would you stand? All right. Thank you. The Board of Trustees, graduates, and honored guests. It's with profound gratitude that I accept this honor in the name of all the people that worked to make this university possible. I'm going to speak to you today about a long time ago. So this is a true story. This is a story about you, the graduates. And the name of this story is The Impossible Dream. It all started about 58 years ago, 1953, in Edwardsville. It was a town that was then mostly residential and a farming community, and we only had approximately 6,000 residents at that time. Now, you couldn't imagine this, but there were no interstate highways. We did not have Interstate 5570. We didn't have 157. We didn't have 255. The only highway we had was Route 66, a two-lane highway from Peoria on through Springfield and then into St. Louis. There were no cell phones. In fact, there was no internet. And there was a phone system in place where you had to pick up the telephone, you had to ask a live operator for the number, and she had to dial it. So that seems like it's 100 years ago, but that's really just 58 years ago. But Edwardsville had two things going for it. We had an active Chamber of Commerce with an active president, which was the first female, and the largest county population in downstate Illinois. Madison County was second to Cook County in Chicago. So we had a large population in the county. Edwardsville leaders wanted to see the town grow. So the new president formed a 12-person committee to study the options for growth. They met in the old George Musso restaurant, which was across from the courthouse. Now, George Musso was a very famous, and I'm not sure many of you can remember this, but he was captain of the Chicago Bears, and he was called the Big Moose. And it was a very popular place all through the state to stop in and see the Big Moose. So we met as a 12-member committee, and which was across from this courthouse. And after agreeing what we didn't want factories, we didn't want chemical processing plants or meat packing plants. And then someone in the committee said, why don't we have a university? We discussed the thought in pointing out that for a population of Madison County, there were only two campuses, the University of Illinois in Champaign, which was my school, and Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. But we felt we needed a university here to serve those families who could not afford the expensive universities in St. Louis, or could they afford to send their kids away to school. At that time, there was only 3% population of people that held college degrees. just 3%. So it was decided that I would write to the University of Illinois President David Henry and to President Delight Morris at Southern Illinois Carbondale. The only one to write back was President Morris. He in turn sent John Rendelman to speak with us, and John was the attorney at the school in Carbondale, and he came in to advise us on what to do. Well, the news spread quickly. The Rotary Club of Edwardsville and other civic groups contacted us and asked us how they could help. It was pretty exciting to think that we could have a large university here in Edwardsville. To some, it seemed an impossible dream, but we believed in it. By 1955, John Rendelman brought in Harold C. to help us coordinate the effort. By the way, Dr. C's money in salary was funded by people like Laclede Steel in Alton and different large industries helped pay for Dr. C, who ran an SIU program in Belleville offering continuing education courses for the teachers. He spent a year meeting with business, and by the way, one of the strongest group that was interested in the university were the unions. The large unions in Granite City were very excited about it, and we had industry and union leaders, educators, bankers, professional people, and residents throughout Madison and St. Clair County. Excuse me. Well, now, where would we build this campus? We had no idea. We had 2 counties now that were interested. And finally, Dr. C hired a man by the name of Dr. Anslow Myers from New York University. He came down and did a study, and Troy, Illinois wanted the campus, Belleville wanted the campus, East St. Louis wanted the campus, and finally, we found out later that Edwardsville would be the location because we were in the center of all these surrounding villages. From there, Dr. C set up a committee for each community. Edwardsville, Alton, Wood River, Granite City, East St. Louis, Troy, and Belleville. Charles Schmidt and I were co-chairmen for Edwardsville. Each committee had a chair, and we were charged in raising money to purchase the land. It is believed that we wouldn't be able to get Springfield's attention unless we presented the legislator with the land all tied up with a red bow. Now, we raised money, your grandparents and your great-grandparents, the unions, the owners of Olin Matheson and different areas, they bought 75 farms, 2,600 acres, and we delivered those 75 farms to the state of Illinois. They couldn't turn us down. There's no way to do it. Some money came from industries, from business, and in the denominations of $5, $20, and we received the largest amount, $30,000 check from Spencer Olin, who owned the Olin Matheson in Alton. Well, we got the legislators' attention, but now we had to come up with money for the buildings. How do we do that? So we formed a bond rally, and this was all farmland. So we found a farmer that had a flatbed truck. Now, flatbed is tractor pulls a flatbed, and it's used to put hay and things on the flatbed, bring to the barns. So we absconded the flatbed, took it out to a cornfield, and asked Governor Stratton to get on top of that flatbed to talk about our bond rally. We brought buses of people in. They sat in the fields, some stood up. We had thousands come from all over because your grandparents wanted an education for their children. Well, it seemed like thousands were sitting around, and we were right next to a farmhouse. Well, the farmer had some beautiful thoroughbred horses. So as we were sitting on this flatbed and talking to them about the bond rally, a helicopter flies over. The Post-Dispatch had a photographer that was hanging out the side of the helicopter, and he was taking pictures. Well, out comes the farmer with a shotgun. And he shot at the helicopter, and he hit it. So that's, the horses were spooked, and that's why the farmer came out. And thank heavens no one was hurt, but all was well after our court hearings, and no one went to jail. But it was great publicity. You can't believe the publicity we had on that. Then we found out that the Chicago politicians weren't having any part of helping us with the downstate university. They didn't want us included in the bond issue. And that was necessary to achieve our dream. I don't know what the problem was. All we wanted was $25 million. It seemed impossible, but John Rendham was very politically savvy, and he knew his way around Springfield. He met with the Chicago contingents, and he brokered a deal with them. The downstate group would support the bond issue if they had a new campus for the U of I in Chicago, if they would in turn support our classrooms in Edwardsville. Also, Spencer Olin was a great friend of Governor Stratton and convinced him it was the right thing to do. So the statewide issue election was held November 8th, 1960, and it passed with 3 counties: Cook County, St. Clair County, and Madison. And that's the beginning of Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. The first groundbreaking was June the 3rd, 1963, and that is now the Peck Building. Chancellor Vandegrift has the original shovel and hard hat that I used in his office. Now, I could tell you many stories about what happened, but I know you're anxious to get out of here. But I'm going to tell you one more thing. When we were trying to buy the farmland, a St. Louis real estate company was asked to make land purchases, but not reveal who the buyer was. Now, there were rumors flying around in the state of Illinois that a new penitentiary was going to be built in Illinois. And most of the farmers thought they were inquiring about land for a new prison. It got pretty emotional. And one day on the west entrance of the campus, where the old Pogue Road is, and many of you come in on the west side, the agents were ready to leave at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the farmers met the agents at the old Pogue Road. They pulled them out of the car, and they tarred and feathered them, put them back in the car, and that's the last we saw of the agents. They never came back. So I wanted to point out some of the things we were up against. And now, you've all realized your dream. Maybe you've endured hardships, and you've most certainly worked hard to be where you are today. Maybe you worked 2 jobs, and maybe you were foregoing other things to arrive here. And you'll probably encounter more challenges, just like the 90,000 graduates of SIUE who have gone before you. Challenges that have the potential to help you realize your goals. But know this, what seemed impossible at the time can become a dream realized. So keep dreaming your impossible dreams, because it's possible to achieve them. You are living proof of what we dreamed 58 years ago. Our impossible dream became a reality. Good night, good luck, and go E!
Thank you so much, Dolores, and for your commitment and vision to this campus. For each commencement ceremony, one student graduate is asked to speak on behalf of the graduating class. The graduate chosen for this ceremony is Duigu Sarulu. She receives her Bachelor of Science degree in Industrial Engineering today. She's been attending SIUE as part of the dual diploma program with the SIUE School of Engineering and Istanbul Technical University. The Dean of the School of Engineering had this to say about our speaker today. She represents the perfect balance between academic excellence and professional and social responsibility. During the 2 short years she has been with us, she has demonstrated in many ways that she will be an excellent ambassador for SIUE, regardless of whether she becomes an academic or an industrialist, and whether she has a job in Turkey or in the United States or in another world, another corner of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome our student speaker today, Duigu.
Good evening to the graduating class of 2011. I am very pleased to have this opportunity to address you on this beautiful day. Before I get started, I would like to thank several people. Chancellor Vandegrift, Provost Ferguson, Dean Siue, members of the Platform Party, faculty, and guests. I thank you all for making this great day possible. The past 4 years were tough, but they were the most rewarding years of our lives. During those 4 years, there were many deadlines, projects, tests, finals, but we found a way to handle them. We studied hard, spent our nights in the library, in the labs. We sometimes had several all-nighters in a row. But the good thing is, we were not alone during any of this. Our friends and families, you were there helping us. Our professors, TAs, classmates, and staff, you supported us with all your hearts, no matter what. Thank you very much for all of this. I also want to recognize some very special people who traveled all the way from Turkey to be a part of this happy moment of our lives. The Chancellor of Istanbul Technical University, Rector Şahin, our dual diploma program coordinator, Dr. Yenisey, and Istanbul Technical University's Office of International Relations Director, Defne Korur. I am very proud to be one of the first 4 graduates of the SIUE ITU dual diploma program, and it makes me even more proud to see that you are here to celebrate this beautiful day with us. Thank you very much for your endless support. We really, really appreciate it. And finally, to my beloved parents. They also traveled from Turkey to see me graduate, and here they are, sitting next to the parents of my Turkish classmates. My mom, who is my very best friend, and my dad, the person who inspires me more than anyone in this world. I thank you and my brother with all my heart for everything you did. All the support you have provided me over the years was the greatest gift anyone has ever given me. For that, I'm very grateful. Now, let me get into my speech. As I was thinking about what to say, I realized that today is going to bring a momentous change into our lives. Therefore, I wanted to talk about this big transition and how it's going to affect all of us. But I also wanted to make sure that we are embracing and enjoying the change rather than being scared of it. Change is the only constant, said the Greek philosopher Heraclitus, and I agree with him. Change is a permanent stage in everyone's life, but it is also challenging. Even when we buy a new cell phone, it takes us 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or if you're like me, it's probably gonna take you 2 hours to figure out the easiest tasks. And if you're like my mom, it's for sure gonna take you months to learn. Placing a call, for example. With this new phone, it seems like the most difficult thing to do. So, for a while we stumble with the new device, we keep pressing the wrong buttons again and again, and finally, we feel regretful about giving away our old phone, which was actually doing a pretty good job. That period takes some time, and it is frustrating. But at some point, we notice that we are getting used to this new phone. We start pressing the right buttons. We now feel comfortable with placing calls, sending text messages, taking pictures, and we even realize that we are actually enjoying the new features of this phone, which the old one didn't have. My fellow graduates, it was the same case for me when I came to SIUE 2 years ago. I'm not exaggerating, But this was a totally different world to me and my Turkish friends, and I believe that this was the case for most of the international students. As you may have already guessed, I'm from Istanbul, Turkey, and for me, Istanbul is the most beautiful city in the world. It is full of people, it is loud, and it has a chaotic order. The city is located on 2 continents, Europe and Asia, and it is actually the only city in the world that has such a unique location. In order for me to go to school, Istanbul Technical University in other words, I had to take the boat and get to the European side every day. While waiting for the boat, people bumped into me, and that was okay in a crowded city. It took an hour in Istanbul to drive the distance from here to Walmart, and people were used to it. And then I came to Edwardsville, which looked like a forest to me at first sight. So green, so quiet, everything's in order, there's no chaos, no traffic jams, and no rush hours. There are strict rules, and to my surprise, most of the time, people are following them. It took me and my Turkish friends a while to understand that a stop sign really meant stop. Slowing down just a little bit wasn't gonna be enough. People are very polite. Sometimes I feel like there's a competition for saying thank you. I was used to kilograms, meters, Celsius. Now I found myself having to convert everything. The food was another challenge. Here, the meals are huge. First, it was a deal to finish those gigantic burgers. Now, it's nothing. And I have to admit, Dr. Karachal, the Associate Dean of School of Engineering, cooks the best burgers ever. None of us, the 4 dual diploma program students, could forget the delicious burgers he cooked for us on our first day in Edwardsville. He wasn't just our professor or our advisor, but he and Dr. Sevim were our biggest supports here at Siue. I thank you both for everything. Like trying to finish those big burgers, I tried to adapt myself to my new environment. It wasn't easy, but I think I managed it correctly. Rather than comparing cities, people, schools, I tried to get the most out of my experiences at Siue as I could. I looked for the benefits this challenge was providing me with, and I realized that there were many of them. Being away from your country, your family, your friends is sad, and it is difficult, but seeing that you can actually achieve some things on your own brings you joy that is so much greater than the homesick feeling. This city, which I called a forest formerly, now seems like the perfect place to study. There are not many things to distract you, so if you want, you can isolate yourself from everything, focus on your classes, and be very, very successful. For me, meeting new people was like an unlimited resource. Everyone I've met at Siue added something onto my personality. The more interaction I've had with people, the broader my perspective has been. The relationships I have developed with my professors and my fellow classmates at Siue will always have a special place in my heart. More importantly, the knowledge and the values that Siue has instilled in all of us will be cherished forever. These are what make us who we are and what will guide us in the future. My fellow graduates, I strongly believe that as a result of our Siue education, we can proudly say that we can hit the right buttons at the right time and in the right environment. But just as I have completed my time here at Siue, another change is before me, eager to take me out into the real world. And this isn't true for just me, but this is true for all of us. At the end of these 4 wonderful years, all of us are leaving Siue as different people. Speaking for myself, I can say that this challenging experience had influenced me in a very positive way, and I hope that this is the case for all of you too. We are now stepping out of college and into a new environment. Some of us will start working, some of us will continue with an advanced degree, and some of us will even get married and have kids. Whatever it is, I know that it will be different than what we have been doing for the last 4 years. But I also know that Siue has given us the tools to be successful in any environment. We shouldn't be expecting a flat road in front of us, but be ready for a steep mountain. The good thing is, human beings have learning curves, and we, as the graduates of SIE, have learned how to maneuver over hardships and difficulties and take advantage of opportunities. Like getting used to a new cell phone, or me getting used to studying in a different country and in a different culture, all of us will eventually get used to our new environments. Finally, I would like to leave you, my fellow graduates, with these words. Today is one of the most important days of our lives, so enjoy it. But be aware of the fact that tomorrow will bring a new challenge. Don't be afraid of it. Instead, embrace the challenge. Look at the world with more careful eyes and take advantage of opportunities. Don't stay in your hometowns the whole time, but expand your horizons. Go to new places, experience other cultures, meet new people, and give back to your societies. And above all, try to get the most out of the world as you can. Once again, thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, and we wish you the best on a very bright future. Garis Gupchep, Dean of the School of Pharmacy, Jerry Weinberg, Acting Associate Provost for Research and Acting Dean of the Graduate School, and Hassan Sevam, Dean of the School of Engineering, will now present candidates for the conferral of graduate and undergraduate degrees. Chancellor Vandegrift will confer the degrees.
Will the candidates receiving Doctor of Pharmacy degrees please rise? Chancellor Vandegrift, these candidates, subject to the completion of all requirements established by the university and the School of Pharmacy, are recommended to you for the formal conferring of their respective degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the School of Pharmacy, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Southern Illinois University Board of Trustees, I confer on each of you the doctorate degree earned with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated.
Acting Dean Jerry Weinberg will present candidates for conferral of graduate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences and the School of Engineering.
Candidates receiving graduate degrees, post-baccalaureate certificate, Masters of Arts, Masters of Fine Arts, Masters of Music, Masters of Public Administration, and Masters of Science, please rise. Chancellor Vandegrift, these candidates, subject to the completion of all requirements established by the university and the graduate school, are recommended to you for the formal conferring of their degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the Graduate School, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Southern Illinois University Board of Trustees, I confer on each of you the graduate degree earned with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated.
Dean Hassan Sevam will present candidates for conferral of baccalaureate degrees from the School of Engineering.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the School of Engineering please rise? Chancellor Vandegrift, these candidates, subject to the completion of all requirements established by the university and the School of Engineering are recommended to you for the formal conferring of their degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the School of Engineering, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Southern Illinois University Board of Trustees, I confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree earned with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated.
Will all the graduates now please rise? In recognition of the degree bestowed upon you, you may now move the tassel on your cap or mortarboard from right to left. Congratulations. Graduates, please be seated.
Please note that recipients of baccalaureate degrees who have graduated with honors, high honors, and highest honors are noted in the program by 1, 2, or 3 asterisks, respectively. They are also wearing cords on their academic regalia indicating those honors. In addition, candidates who are honors scholars are noted in the program with an H. Students who have commissioned as second lieutenants are also listed in your program, and we are so proud of the accomplishments of these students. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to that part of the program when candidates for degrees will proceed to the platform in program order. We ask that the audience please remain seated until all graduates have come forward to be recognized. The names of the graduates will be read by Mark Grinter, Assistant Professor in Construction, the School of Engineering.
School of Pharmacy, Doctor of Pharmacy, Dr. Rosemary Amponsono Korang, Dr. Dunell Rinsey Asher, Dr. Michael David Roller, Dr. Brianna Cherie Barton, Dr. Dallas Clayton Bassinger, Dr. Christopher Bierman, Dr. Gregory Tyler Booth, Dr. Krista Donnell Brown, Dr. Janine M. Kane, Dr. Amy Marie Carlson, Dr. Cody Michelle Cast, Dr. Joshua S. Chambliss, Dr. Michelle Lynn Chestnut, Dr. Jennifer Cho, Dr. Ritka Chopra, Dr. Robert William Connell, Dr. Michael Wayne Crunk, Dr. Dawn Marie Dankenbring, give a card. Dr. Jaron Dames Jalarn, Dr. Erin Marie Ditch, Dr. Daniel Charles Dowdry, Dr. Brian Christopher Eddings, Dr. Lance Allen Inslee, Dr. Amanda Leigh Findle, Dr. Amanda Lynn Garner, Dr. Kimberly Gillespie, Dr. Timothy Arthur Gleason, Dr. Jake A. Griffin, Dr. Justine E. Guyton, Dr. Erica Lynn Hahn, Dr. Jeffrey D. Harp, Dr. Marissa Ann Herman, Dr. Caitlin Kylene Holscher, Dr. John M. House V, Dr. Chelsea Renee Huggins, Dr. Raymond Charles Kotke, Dr. Rachel Minay Cavalier Miller, Dr. Saba Khan, Dr. Kenneth D. Kissinger, Dr. Laura Renee Nuff, Dr. Dennis Patrick LaChance, Dr. Kara Lynn Levesque, Dr. David Allen Libra, Dr. Thomas Joseph Micah, Dr. Michelle Ann Merrick, Dr. Gregory Scott McFarland, Dr. Shannon Moore McFarland, Dr. Dustin Morris, Dr. Jessica Christian Miller, Dr. Megan Christina Murphy, Dr. Christina Leigh Oakes, Dr. Nell Marie Piper, Dr. Gary M. Pinkley, Dr. Justine Allen Pittenger, Dr. Christy Lynn Purcell, Dr. Sarah Marie Robinson, Dr. Lacey Danae Rogers, Dr. Jennifer Leanne Sharping, Dr. Jennifer Ann Schneider, Dr. Matthew Freeman Schneider, Dr. Mark E. Sly, Dr. Alan Jason Smith, Dr. Michael David Speck, Dr. Shannon Ann Stamper, Dr. Kelly Elizabeth Strumpf, Dr. Erin Shane Swick, Dr. Paulina Sherba, Dr. Lauren Nicole Tedlock, Dr. Joshua Palmer Thompson, Dr. Leslie Christine Vandehar, Dr. Todd David Wedekamp, Dr. Christopher J. Workman, Dr. Nathan Daniel Yarber, Dr. Eric D. Yerkesen, graduate school students, Master of Arts, Monica R. Andrews, Brittany Leigh Bernay, Julie Anastasia Culbertson, Mandy K. Sinya, Cecilia Thorsted Flo, Kathleen Ann Franzak, Andre Marie Franklin, Dustin T. French, Timothy James Harmon, Christopher Robert Light, Alex Page Teeth, Stephanie Sao Liu, Michael Anthony Martinez, Jessica Cherie Nee, Jessica Marie Nelson, Lindsay M. Phelps, Sarah Beth Safran, Jennifer S. Sands, Anna Stevens, Amber Lynn Turner, Sarah Elizabeth Warner, Caitlin Ray Williams, Chelsea Leanne Wire, Master of Fine Arts, Jessica Ellen Cerruti. Brett R. Freund. Amanda Christine Rimmen. Daniel E.W. Van Tassel. Master of Music, David Edwin Eckard. John Adrian Lepeak. Catherine Marie Murray. Vanita Paget. Elizabeth Ann Shoring. David Nicholas Wytorek. Masters of Public Administration, Katie L. Bennett. Allison Lee Borrell. Angelique Simone Church. Corrine Chantel Ellis. Nusrat Ghaffar. Jason Matthew Hudson. Palang Lorette Kawi. James Curaro. Dila Marie Major. Tommy Lee Pierce. Mark Andrew Smith. Antonio Vermont Thomas. Kevin Michael Waveland. Alicia VCT Willis. Master of Science, Angela Amina Korang. Brenda Azinga. Derek Beatty. Alika Budula. Joshua Michael Bradshaw. Sheena S. Butler. Sri Satya Silpa Chila. Kate Marie Dorchina says. Jeff Layton Durbin. Brandon Rose Fish. Morgan Ray Harding. Rachel Ann Harris. John Hinderlitter. Ashley Marie Jabs. Richard Gerard Lynch. Vidya Sagar Mandarapu. Samantha Ann Miles. Michael Wesley Neal. Danielle Marie Rensillo. Nathan James Rossi. Derek Thomas Rensing. Kenneth William Rogers, Jr. Brian Mark Schutte. Merdad Shadmir. Thiruma Kumara. Karen Michelle Tomer. Brittany A. Tunsil. Long Lu. Post-baccalaureate certificates. Sarah Caitlin Corbin. Master of Science, Ramya L. Abhishiti. Hari Krishna Akarina. Anupuma Zagapathanuni. Shai Krishna Arika. Ajay Ajaybayadi. Paveen Irkamar Biduri. David Utanu Brown. Abram Chandra. Naveem Kumar Dagarivi. Mohammed Ahmad Eseried. Venkata Sukumar Reddy. Shindong Lun. Kuru Damara Ticha Vidasani. Scott Michael Miller. Ikeche Ku Namande Du. Wongtung Pies. Todd Evan Ruby. Susanna Siebert. Ravakiran Nadu Viliani. School of Engineering, Bachelor of Arts, Gregory Russell Inman. Ethel Shannon Ireland. School of Engineering, Bachelor of Science, Corey Andrew Akers. Brian Andre Bartnick. Brent Glennon Beer. Rebecca Bimrose Fetter. Skylar Bilbo. Jerome Dean Blake. Gary J. Boycourt. Douglas Dean Brooks. Casey Joanne Byerly. William C. Card. Patrick Herschel Carver. Paul Kenneth Kao. Catherine Michelle Shumley. Nathaniel Ryan Clary. David Patrick Coffey. Matthew Allen Connor. Mark James Corcoran. Travis Joseph Corey. Michael J. Kuniko. Kristen Brooke Decker. Brian C. Darrow. Peter A. DeCristofano III. Dylan Scott Dowdy. Sori Abraham Dumbuya. Bobby Jean Edson III. Benjamin Allen Evelsizer. Eric Stephen Eiler. Mayor Levy Feldman. Christopher A. Flannan. Justin Michael Free. Michelle Grant Fuller. Jacob Raymond Gamble. Bharati Gandur. Gary Robert Hockey, cum laude. Matthew Hankins. Zachary William Hareen. Ryan Michael Hodap. Megan Ann Holmes. Travis Jordan Homer. Taylor Philip Hook, cum laude. Grant Sterling Irving. Jacob Lee Johnson. Jordan Taylor Kirk. Charles Andrew Kofron. Jehi Jesse. Klaus. Brandon Michael Ashmet. Derek J. Leonard. Eric Lee Mamaser. Edmund Lamar Mull. Tyler David McElliott. Kaylin Kristen Claire Miller. Guy Morello. Stephen J. Noth, cum laude. Zachary Thomas Ostrike, cum laude. Okusawa Asabe Orufo Tetley. Christopher James Oliver. Andrew A. Parcels. Garrick Lloyd Pitchy. Zachary Timothy Pickle. Timothy Danielle Pierman. Jillian Ann Peash. Daniel James Pratt. Robert A. Rinkosiak. Devin Keith Renner. Jacob Richard Richter. Tyler William Russell. Sean Michael Ryan. Raquel Marie Schroeder. Edwin Dale Schwarzkopf Jr. Kimberly A. Slatterly, magna cum laude. Lance Ray Spinney. Brandon Michael Springer. Evan Stewart Taylor. Lucas Russell Thompson, magna cum laude. Edwin Randolph Tipsword. Henry Benjamin Trutter, cum laude. Jenny Lynn Voss. Matthew D. Walters. Jacob Don Welch. Jeffrey Michael Wells, cum laude. Gary Anthony Whiteside. Matthew Thomas Wilkerson, cum laude. Charles Christopher Wilson. Daniel Marcus Well. Jonathan M. Woodrome. Quince Allen Zachary II. Tansu Gurke. Ismail Jim Karu. Doigyu Saurulu. Takrim Seram.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our graduates one more round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. On behalf of the university, I wish to thank the members of the SIUE Wind Symphony under the direction of Dr. John Bell for their fine musical presentation today. Professor Bell. We thank the ROTC Army Guard for the presentation of colors. For making the commencement program available to those who are deaf or hearing impaired, Brittany McKay and Becky Combs. For leading us today in music, our vocalist, Catherine Murray. Give her a hand, please. And she again will lead us in singing both verses of the SIUE alma mater, Hail SIUE, which is printed on the back of your program. Now, following the alma mater, please be seated and remain seated until the platform party, the faculty, and the graduates have left the seating area. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon and celebrating this very special day. We hope that you will always feel welcome back on the campus of SIUE. Would you now join us, stand, and sing the alma mater with us?
Above the Mississippi toast to